So there's this meme going around, and it basically says an illegal immigrant can come to this country, have a baby on U.S. soil, and immediately gain access to all kinds of government money and programs and food stamps and things like that. But a returning United States veteran has to wait 1 year to receive any benefits or help from the government. Share if you think this is wrong. Okay. Here's what's wrong with that. The fact that it has absolutely nothing to do with illegal immigration, why your United States returning veterans don't get health care or any services for 1 year. That has nothing to do with illegal immigration. You're being distracted by the meme. You've been programmed to be infuriated and now turn against another person, an illegal immigrant, as opposed to being infuriated at your politicians who you elected. You, American. You the American who went and voted. Well, I didn't vote. Well, if you didn't vote, then shut the fuck up. You don't get to bitch. But if you voted and your representative is still part of the problem, stopping your soldiers from getting the health care that they need so desperately when they return home from some shithole in the desert, that has nothing to do with Jose. So stop. You're wrong. Now that we've cleared that up, let's talk about Jose. It's a guy who, we're just going to use that name. I mean, I completely realize that it's racist and maybe even mildly derogatory, and I apologize. But for the sake of the ridiculousness, we will call him Jose. Jose comes here to the United States illegally because he's looking for a better way of life. He wouldn't have left his country if it wasn't so impoverished, or he couldn't find a job that paid well so that he could support his family. So instead he comes here to the United States, where he works illegally, off the books, infuriating you, the American taxpayer. You shouldn't be mad at Jose. You do the same thing for your family. Wouldn't you? You do anything possible to secure the life of your family and those that you love. And if that meant doing something illegal, guess what? Some of us already work off the books. Some of us steal drugs. Some of us do all kinds of shady shit to support our families, in the name of supporting our families. Now, why can't Jose support his family in Mexico? God knows we import tons and tons of food from Mexico, things that don't grow here in the United States, because we don't grow them here in the United States because it would cost too much money to pay you to work the fields. So we grow them in Mexico, pay them shit, and then when they come here, we get mad at them. Once again, the problem is not Jose, it is the elected officials, and, I'm sorry to say it, the companies that are American companies that you can't get a job with because Jose works for them off the books. Why are they hiring these illegal aliens? Why? Because they don't want to pay you that $15 an hour. That's why. I was scrubbing the toilet the other day. In my house, where I know the people who shit and piss in my house. And I'm scrubbing around the back of that toilet. On my hands and knees. With a sponge. With a scrub brush. And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, I would not want to do this at a fucking hotel for $8 and whatever cents an hour. You couldn't pay me enough to do it. You couldn't. Couldn't pay you enough to do it either. Don't fucking lie. Let all that sink in for a second. It's the elected officials of this government that have caused the impoverishedness, or I don't even know if that's a word, have caused the poverty of the people below our southern border. If it's such a fucking problem, it's a beautiful country. You'd love to go there to fucking... People go there every year on vacation. Why don't we open the goddamn border? You know, there's no way stopping you from going this way. If you're looking for work, there's plenty of shit down there that needs to be fixed. Plenty of stuff that could give Americans jobs working in a foreign country right there next to us. I mean, it's like a partnership, New York and New Jersey, or whatever. We could maybe work together. Listen, I know you don't want to scrub the toilets. You want to build the buildings. Well, guess what? Jose's willing to scrub the toilets. He also wants to build the buildings. Why don't we start doing that? Maybe, just maybe, if you guys stop fucking fighting over a border, illegal, our veterans, and start turning and looking at what causes the problem. The problem is Washington, D.C., and I'm not talking about Obama. I'm talking about your elected officials, the guy that you voted for, your senators, your congressmen, the people who write the bills that put them in front of the president to sign, and then the other side bitches and no, and nothing ever gets done. If you ran your fucking cookie company the way that the United States government runs itself, you'd be bankrupt in a month. In a month, you'd be out of fucking business. Whatever. Go ahead. It's all the illegals and Obama's fault. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's not the companies that hire the illegals, and therefore you can't get a job. It's not the fact that we buy our fucking products from a fucking country that we supposedly are going to build a 40-foot fucking wall for. What's going to happen? Let's say Trump gets it. Boom. First executive order is Obama was never president. Those $7 trillion don't count. First executive order. China's going to be pissed. We'll deal with that later. Second executive order. 4,000-foot wall with Gatling guns on top of it and razor wire so all the illegals blah, blah, blah. And they say, you know what? Fuck you. You're right. Now you can't have any of the food. You can't have any of the products that are produced in Mexico. And China, of course, says the same thing. You're not going to pay us the $7 trillion fucking dollars you owe us? You can't have any of the products made here in China. Now what do you got? You got nothing. We got nothing. Because we don't make things here. We buy things here. We bring things here through our borders that we want to secure with our right to carry our guns, which aren't fucking made here. You really think that every gun that is currently being used in the United States military, or the one that's in your closet, every single gun in America was made here in America? You are fucking seriously stupid. Seriously stupid if you believe that. And that's going to be my 8 minutes for Monday. Mad Matt Mondays. Keep it real, guys. Keep it real.